I'm assuming, it doesn't say, but I'm assuming this is just like once per long rest or something like that. Because obviously, it would be insane if every time I hit, it was just a critical. So that can't possibly be the case. I wish there was some more context there. Charm. Channel Dark Allure Tadpole. Charm an enemy that attacks you, prevent them from attacking you until the end of turn. Displace. Creatures suffering falling damage because your actions take an additional 1 to 8 psychic damage. I think this would be really good if you were playing a main fighter class and you were using... I mean, you can knock people back with Force Tunnel, but the fighter, if you go Battle Master and you take the knockback ability, you keep knocking people off cliffs and then you do bonus damage. Displace is kind of nice. Yeah, no, this lack of clarity. I wonder... I might be able to look it up. BJ3... What's it called? Luck of the Far Realm. I guess, shape shift? Yeah, Druid question. Works in shapeshift form. Apparently, any of the passive effects that don't count as cast work in shapeshift form. Everything else is useless. So they use Psionic Backlash, an example. Presumably, then, this would also work, although the cooldown... Again, I'm assuming it's probably for long rest. Could be for short rest, either way. I think we do go for Psionic Backlash. That just seems too tempting to me. So I feel like what we do right now is we take Concentrated Blast, because I assume it leads this way. I don't know if this is something we can respec. Let me do a hard save here. I'm gonna click on this. All right, wormy boy. Num 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 num. Right into your brain. Oh, delicious and wonderful. Withers don't give illithid respec powers. Okay. So we have to be kind of sure, but I think Sonic Backlash is gonna be good. And then yeah, I might look at leading over to Luck of the Realm. Well, Favorable Beginnings gives us another passive feature. First attack roll ability check you make against any target gains bonus equal to proficiency bonus. That's pretty cool. So we'll probably go Favorable Beginnings, Luck of the Farm. I don't know how many of these illithid powers we get. And the fact that they do burrow into our brain each time is fun. Oh, Volo. You got more to say? Also, you act as vendor. Interesting.
My good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you so much.
Have your research turned up anything that might be help with this parasite problem? But are we lying down again? No. Talking private. Or no, we are having a lie down. Lamb, thanks for the gift subs.
My research turned up a rather brilliant technique that seems quite actionable.
Uh-huh. Is it tepanation?
It's not too deep. Just behind the orbital socket. I could attempt an extraction. I've a needle in my tunic, after all.
How about no? No! No, where's the no option? Where's the no option? So, how many times have you done this before?
I assure you, I've dreamt of it 1,000 times over.
Should we just do it? You know, what could possibly go wrong? We gotta save.
Volo carefully holds one of your eyes open.
We've already got enough Igor in this game.
Uncertainly with the needle.
Endure the discomfort. Let him carry on.
The needle finds the gap between eyeball and socket. Volo frowns and begins to push. Pain shoots through your body as the needle snags on your optic nerve.
I think I have it.
The needle seesaws back and forth, plucking the nerve like a harp string.
Oh, bother. There's some obstacle in the way. I shall need a more robust implement.
No! We're gonna keep going because I want to see what happens. I think we'll probably be reloading in a second, but let's see what goes on.
Volo carefully withdraws the needle from your eye. Then, reaching into his bag, he produces an ice pick. Volo slowly brings the ice pick closer to your eye.
No!
Now, don't move.
Cold metal presses against the skin beneath your brow. And
I'm sweating.
then tap, tap.
Yeah, I'm sure is asking, are you sure a lot of times?
Do you feel that? Ha! I think we have the blighter on the run. It's a feisty critter. Just a little further.
Volo tears the pick from your brain with a violent jerk. Your eye plops down into the mud.
Drat.
He pauses, looks down at your eye, and recoils slightly as it sinks into the mud.
Ah. Yeah, well, read the donation. If there's too many repeated characters, doesn't read it out.
Of cosmetic damage.
I can't seem to see through one of my eyes.
Yes, quite. Well, there is some mild trauma. I can't help but feel partly responsible. Perhaps there is something more I can do.
Oh, yes, please. Eye patch? Oh, ooh, that thing's all crusty.
Take this.
Oh, no, it's not.
Far superior relic to that old
Wait, what?
jelly you were chained to.
Am I getting a magical eyeball?
For size. And, it was very nice to have met you. I'm sure you'll sort out your little brain problem one way or another. Far away from here, if you've a heart. Terribly sorry, my friend. Ta.
See invisibility? What? Can see invisible creatures within 10 meters. Creatures must succeed a dexterity saving throw or they lose their invisibility. Volo's Erzat Eye. The damage wrought upon your ocular nerve during Volo's experiment is undone, allowing you to see invisible creatures. And I didn't lose any intelligence. Oh, wait. I'm wearing the headband. Okay, no, I didn't lose any intelligence. This is acceptable. Ersatz is German for replacement. Holy crap. Okay, I'm good with this. So the only thing I didn't do in this run, and it wouldn't make sense story-wise, but I'm sort of wishing, we didn't get the brand for the Absolute, which means we weren't able to use a couple of cool items. I don't know how much it matters long run, but part of me is like, damn, I want to collect all these powers. But we do have Leviathar's Kiss, or Love as well, which is great. And yeah, now we can see Invis. I wonder if it works in animal form, probably, because I think this is just built in. I guess we'll find out the first time we shift. Alrighty. Let's leave camp. I'm gonna remember to recast my buffs in a second here. The only real penalty I've never watched the eye surgery scene. Yep. Ooh, dialogue. Hold on, before we dialogue. Oh, yeah, there. Gonna partly speak with animals. Actually, we're gonna be taking a short break here for some bio-ness. We got an ad break coming up in 2 minutes from Twitch. So it'll be perfect time for us to go ahead and Now, the great thing is, in our multiplayer game, Demonac, if Launchpad or Little One don't know what this is, we're going to make them go along with it. It's going to be great. All right, so I think all my pre-buffs are set up, which is good. I'm just going to do a quick save over here. We're going to step away for a minute to go potty. I just got to go pee because I've been drinking lots of water. Everyone should get up, stretch, rehydrate, and we'll come and have a chat with Astarion once we come back. You're back. Oh, right, hold on. We're going to respec our companions. Great point, Fucus. We'll do that. We'll go back to camp. Also, I just remembered, I have to read out a donation message from Plain Coast, ah, who said, ah. Thanks, Plain Coast. And Parduk with the gift subs. Thank you so much. Yes, I already got the +1 dagger. Now, I'm not sure respec-wise. The respec is really nice to fix some stats, but we already have the ability score increase to fix some of these stats that have gone on. And maybe I should give the trickery domain a little bit more of a chance. Maybe I should look for more opportunities. I don't know. Maybe I'll just wait until level 5. The reason for it is I am very tempted to respec Shadowheart into the light domain. Even though it sort of kind of doesn't make any sense, but partly we are kind of trolling Shadowheart right now. Like, we're making her wear this Amulet Seluna's Chosen because it's funny. And also, you know, without light, there can be no shadow. So maybe specking her into light would be good. Anyway, the big thing is at level 5 as a light domain cleric, Shadowheart would gain the ability to cast Fireball, which seems pretty good. We could even just explicitly build her as sort of more of a backliner, you know, drop the strength. And well, I don't know where we'd put it, actually. It's an interesting question. Actually, we could probably bring her dex up to 16. If we dump her int and her strength, we can probably end up with her having a dex of 16. Because I think the raw stats would be, we could end up with 16 wisdom, 16 dex, and still have the 14 con. And then from the ability score increase at level 4, still bump her wisdom up to 18, and just really use her as a primary spellcaster type person. Although if we go light domain, she will be proficient in heavy armor. Although we may or may not bother. I think light domain gets heavy armor proficiency. I'm not sure, actually. But even if she does get heavy armor, we may or may not bother doing that. But yeah, if it does give her... Okay. Life gives you heavy. I don't know if light does. Because life domain's quite good for heals. The thing is, even if it does give her heavy armor, what we could do... Because we haven't run into any heavy, right? We could just keep her to dex 14 and medium armor. And then if we find a good set of heavy armor, we could even respec out of the dex. Although I'm not sure that we need to move it anywhere. Light is just medium armor. Then I think that's kind of perfect. So probably that. You know, we should probably just go for it. And then we can consider if we're doing the same thing with Astarion or not. Well, let's have a chat with Astarion first. We'll touch base. We'll touch some other things too.
So, you've indulged. Just helped yourself to a little more power, I see. And there isn't a tentacle to be seen. Not a bad deal, I'd say. My only complaint is that you didn't want to share.
So
I wouldn't mind indulging myself.
You want a brainworm? These parasites are rare. They're mine. I mean, here's the thing. From my point of view as a player, it's like, yeah, buddy, no, you're all the parasites are coming to me. I'm the main character. Deal with it. But I don't think I'd actually say that here. I'm gonna say I wasn't sure you'd want to indulge in this.
I admit I wasn't keen to be the first to try it, just in case there were any surprise side effects. But now that we know it's safe, I'm all for experimenting.
Sorry, buddy, you're not the anime protagonist you think you are exactly. Sure, yeah, maybe another time.
I might just hold you to that.
Well, you can hold me to lots of things. Anyway. So.
Slow down.
I probably have to talk with the character who wants the respec.
This way.
Another. Thy name has been...
Oh yeah, good point. I should talk to Will, because we both have the one eye
shall
now.
be here in thy camp, for whenever thou hast need of my services.
Attack! Can you help me change my class?
As thou desire.
Alright, so, cleric, yes. Cantrip... Probably still this, because she doesn't really lead the conversation. She doesn't need thaumaturgy. So we'll just go resistance, which resistance doesn't come up as much, but occasionally in some of the dialogue exchanges, you do a saving throw, and then it's very convenient to have. Guidance, certainly. And then Sacred Flame we're going to pick because she's... I mean, with a high enough dex, she could go, and someone mentioned it, we could go and do bow things, and we could still consider equipping a longbow on her if we find a good magic one with cool things, but I think we might just be blasting people with a bunch of Secret Flame. That's entirely possible. Not really feeling the rest of this. Yeah, the respec plan is even out our stats, get better domain. Exactly. So the Trickery Domain, I do have to give it a few more kudos, and I think the Trickery Domain is really cool tabletop, but there's a lot of things in here that we're not making use of. If we're playing a cleric as a main character, having access to the Charm Person is very convenient. This guy's self does let you do cool stuff, and obviously we do know, I guess not this, it must have been at level 3 when we got the decoy thing. It's like, okay, or maybe it's level 2, because I guess it's a domain power. It's like, okay, that's clearly quite good. But yeah, we'll switch over to Light Domain instead. It'll give us the Light Cantrip, which we may not care about, but it gives us at level 1 Burning Hands, Fairy Fire. Fairy Fire is quite good. I like that a lot. Burning Hands is fine too, kind of situational because, you know, positional things and stuff like that. But the big thing is going to be like level 5 Fireball is going to be very exciting. We also get Warding Flare, which I love. User reaction to impose disadvantage on an attacker. That's very cool. I'm going to be hyped with that. But yeah, let's fix these stats. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at... She doesn't even need charisma, although I kind of feel bad taking it away from her. We can do this. We might keep her... Let's see. Well, our choice here is really history or persuasion. Which, again, we don't... Well, occasionally she gets pulled into a conversation. Yeah, I kind of feel like, you know what? Because we got to choose where we're putting these 4 points in. I mean, we could just put it back in strength just for carrying capacity. But let's give her the charisma because she deserves it. Exactly, Shira. She did seduce you, or she will be. So we'll leave it in there just for whatever. But yeah, we can do that. I mean, I could go and bring my Constitution up to 15, which is interesting because we could give her a half feat that includes a +1 to Constitution. BG3 feats. And then if we search for Constitution, durable gives us +1 con and full heal and short rest. we could give her resilience, Constitution. What saving throws does cleric get? What are their saving throw proficiencies? Is it already con? Well, yeah, so we could... Oh, hello. We could do this.
And that's the thing about illithid affairs and clandestine burrowings and psychic stares. It's born from just one tiny worm, but it grows, and it grows, and it grows in your mind all the time.
That's an interesting point. If we put 17 and 15 here, then our ASI at level 4 could be +1 con, +1 wisdom. Leave her charisma dumped. I mean, we still know she's cool. We still like her, but maybe she's a bit more of an acquired taste. That is nice. That would lead to quite a few extra hit points. And then, yeah, we just split the ASI. I like that a lot. Yeah. Okay, you've convinced me. That's great. I think it still doesn't really matter where this particular thing is. Maybe we'll go history, because if we do walk and buy an area, sometimes there's an area where everyone gets to do a roll. And this will increase the chance that someone succeeds. So we'll give her the history thing, because that's fine. She's not going to be that great in the conversations anyway. Okay, so that's going to be our level 1 respec here. And already, I think she's in a better position. I mean, if I was playing this from a level 1, I might go and, like, make it more equal so we'd get some benefits over here. But we know she's going to be at least level 4, so she'll be getting the stat up, so that's going to be okay. So we'll confirm that. Then we're going to level up. And we're not going to multi-class her. Although, one of the things we could do with her, right, to kind of keep with the trickery theme if we wanted, we could slip in 1 level of rogue. And we could use that to give her, because we are giving her lots of dexterity, right? We give her 1 level of rogue and give her expertise in perception and sleight of hands. And then she would be well set up with her great wisdom and her great dexterity. She'd be well set up to locate traps and disarm traps, as well as pick locks. And that way we wouldn't need to bring Astarion with her, which opens up a lot of party possibilities. And that could still be something we consider going forward. At this point, I think it's a good idea to maybe beeline to level 5 as a cleric. But we could consider just a little level 1 dip into Rogue, make her take over Astarion's role if we wanted to mix up the party. We can do the skill feat. Yeah, sure, there's ways to do that. That's true as well. But yeah. And leveling up, nothing to select here. I mean, just prepared spells. We can change that whenever we want. Again, no decisions to make on level up. And level 4 here. Well, we do get an extra cantrip, which... I mean, we could set up with Blade Ward, just in a situation where maybe she is a little bit vulnerable. We could go and get that going on. It might come up. I don't really think it's fairly likely. But it could. Or we could give her Thaumaturgy so that she at least has some vague ability to maybe pass an Intimidation check if it comes up. But I think we'll go Blade Ward, and that's going to be okay. And then, yeah, for feat, we definitely want to go Ability Score Improvement, so we can get to an 18 Wisdom, so that we go from a +3 to a +4 bonus, and a 16 Constitution, so we go from a +2 to a +3 bonus over there for a bunch more hit points. Better Concentration saving throw for our concentration things. Yeah, this is great. You have remote class as a Bard. Since Astarion didn't fit your party mood. You don't lose spellcasting that way. That is also true. That's an excellent point. All right, so that's that. I'm happy with Will. He actually starts with good stats. They all start off even, and we gave him the ability score improvement at level 4 for the charisma right now. I don't think there's anything I need to particularly tweak. Maybe we could do something with his. Rather, we could check their approval over here.
Someone there.
A lot left to go. Astarion's not that happy with me. Maybe we'll have to do something about that. So, Astarion is interesting. I still think that the Thief kit for the Rogue is quite nice. The extra bonus action really just gives us a tremendous amount of flexibility. But I did want to experiment with something a little bit different over here with Astarion. We'll see how it goes.
Let's be quick.
Let me do a hard save here. Respec Astarion.
I shall be here in my camp as the...
So what we're going to do with Astarion is... Damn, that is a look. We're actually going to start him off as a ranger here. We're going to give him 3 levels of ranger. Hang on. What had I talked about? No, I did talk about taking ranger first, and the reason is it'll give us the biggest weapon selection. And then we're going to go Gloomstalker with him ultimately, which happens at level 3. We may not rush Gloomstalker, but Gloomstalker is still very themed, very similar to what Astarion is going. Part of me kind of does want to rush up the Gloomstalker quite quickly. I think we will take the a very quick level 1 dip into Rogue immediately to give him back his expertise in stuff like sleight of hands and whatnot. But then it'll be the big question of, do we power up to, I think, level 3 Ranger for Gloomstalker? Not sure about that one. Or do we power up to level 3 in Rogue to give him perhaps Assassin? There's a lot of cool synergy between those two classes, a lot. So I'm going to take Ranger here, because by starting with Ranger, we are going to start with martial weapons proficiency, which if we splash the other way, we wouldn't get. So I think that's going to be okay. We might just keep with the sort of weapons he's using now, but it will give him a lot of options, which is nice. He's going to get a favored enemy option here, and I haven't actually looked at these. I like how they work differently than some of the tabletop stuff. Bounty Hunter. Gain proficiency in investigation. Creatures you hit within Snaring Strike, either ranged or melee, have disadvantage in their saving throw.